Hi everybody, Pastor Howie here for our last devotional on the Essentials of Faith series that we've been doing. I have a fine videographer here with me today, David Shewitt. So if anything's wrong with the video, you need to contact Pastor Shewitt. My topic is bearing one another's burdens. That's one of the great faith essentials, bearing each other's burdens. And our text is found in Galatians chapter 6. I'd like to point you there. I want to read a couple verses to you. It says, "Brothers and sisters, if someone is caught or trapped in a sin, you who are spiritual should restore him gently, but watch yourself, or you also may be tempted. Carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ." Those are powerful words from the Apostle Paul to the church in Galatia, and I think they fit for us in our church family here at Hawthorne when we're talking about faith essentials. We are called as believers in the local church to bear one another's burdens, to carry each other's burdens. And the word, it's very interesting, the word that Paul uses there for burden has the connotation of a big rock, a big burden. And so I'm here today sitting on this rock, and we need to remove this rock. And if this is my burden that I'm carrying, I need help, don't I? You might be feeling like you have a burden like that. I need to say, "Hey Dave, can you come along here and help me push this rock?" And even as strong as Shewitt is, he can't even help me push the rock. We need more people. We might even need Ryan Lewis to come by with his backhoe, and he could help us lift this huge burden. But it doesn't change the fact that we as Christians, Paul says, need to look for people who have burdens. We need to be attentive to them, and we need to listen to them. And he uses the word, isn't it interesting, if someone is caught or trapped. You ever feel trapped by your burdens? You ever feel just overburdened and you can't move? You're trapped. You're under this big rock that I'm sitting on. When we feel like that, we need to reach out. And for us as people on the other side of that coin, we need to be listening. We need to be assessing the situation. We need to be helping people and discovering people who have burdens, who are caught. Maybe they're trapped in something that is physical. Maybe it's the pandemic, maybe it's a physical illness, maybe it's the economy, maybe it's not having money, maybe we need to help them financially. They have burdens, we need to gather around them and do that. Maybe it's an emotional burden, and we know that that's true. There's a lot of unrest, there's a lot of anxiety today, there's a lot of people who are discouraged and depressed with all that's going on in our culture. We need to be sensitive to those folks too. And as a faith essential, we're called. It's a calling that we have to determine who those people are, to be aware of those people, and then to reach out to those people and to carry their burdens with them, to help them with their burdens. Now, it goes on to say in this text, in the verse 5, it says, "For each one of you should carry his own burden." Each one of you should carry his own load. Paul uses a different word for burden there, for load. It's this little rock here. This is Howie's rock. This is Howie's burden. I can carry this rock. I don't need Shewitt to help me carry this rock. But I need a lot of people to come along and help me with this big burden underneath here. These are the everyday burdens. You know why God gives us the everyday burdens? He gives us the everyday burdens because then they help us, they equip us, they strengthen us so that we can help other people. That's right out of the book of Corinthians. That's why we have these little burdens to carry, so that when the big ones come along, we can reach out and we can help each other spiritually, emotionally, and physically. But Paul has a warning for us there, doesn't he? After he says that we're to carry each other's burdens, he says, "Be very careful. If anyone thinks he is something when he's nothing, you deceive yourself. Test your own actions. Don't take pride in yourself without comparing yourself to someone else." Make sure, this is my last thought for you as we carry each other's burdens, make very sure that your buckets are filled. You can't go running in where angels fear to tread to lift somebody's big burden. If somebody's drowning in a lake and they can't swim and I can't swim, if I jump in to help that person with his burden, what's going to happen? We're both going to go under. So we need to make sure that we're equipped, we're ready with the word, that we're walking in the Spirit. Paul says here, make sure you're living by the Spirit, and when your tanks are all filled up, your buckets are filled, then please be proactive and reach out to your fellow parishioners, the people in the body here who need to have someone help them carry their burdens. If you get stuck, always, always, always remember you can refer them to someone. Refer them to a pastor. We'll refer them to a Christian counselor. That's the end of our Faith Essentials series. We hope you have a wonderful day. Walk with the King today, and don't forget to wash your hands.